Hey guys, in case you missed it, Sony had its showcase a couple of days ago, and man, if you watched that, I apologize because Sony had absolutely nothing to showcase outside of the Wolverine game. And if you have any time at all, I would highly recommend you go check that out because it looked pretty damn cool, and I'm pretty excited to play it in September here. Now, Sony's big mic drop moment, they always have like the big fucking pop the fireworks, get the champagne out. We're about to drop the mic and drop a nuke on the world. And Sony's nuke was a new God of War game. Uh, when I watched that, I knew people were excited everywhere. All the God of War fans absolutely excited, waiting on bated breath. They heard the music. They said, "Oh boy, here we go. This is what I was waiting for. This is it. Let's go." And then Santa Monica Studios pops up across the screen. You cut to Kratos and Atreus. You're like, oh shit, here we go. And then you notice something. You're like, huh, this looks familiar. What's going on? It's Kratos and Atreus. They're burning the body of Faye. You remember that? That's from the first game. And then it slowly draws the camera back and you start to ascend to the heavens. And you're like, oh, this is a spinoff. But for who? And well, that for who would be Faye. God of War's wife? Yeah, that Faye. God of God of kitchen appliances, God of cleaning, housekeeping. No, I'm kidding. But if you go on Twitter, they're not kidding. And this game is getting torn to shreds because of of Faye being a woman, obviously. And that's one of the problems for the game. No. Uh, the main problem I'm having is that nobody's asking for this. Not one person. Who is asking for a God of War game centered around Faye? She's dead. Her story's over. No, we gotta continue with her, I guess. I was hoping to see maybe a story linking, like, what's Atreus up to between the last game and the upcoming main God of War game. That would be cool. Maybe a story about Tyr. That would be cool too. I thought Tyr was a really interesting character. Hell, Thor. Like a story about Thor. That would be awesome. Getting to play as Thor. You could do like some really like cool like power based combat. That would be awesome. Or even like a Valkyrie or something. That would be I would be down for that. Maybe like Freya or something. But no, we're going to Faye, and she's in the afterlife of the gods as a cube with a sword in it will tell you. And strap in, sports fans, because boy, there is a noticeable dip in writing quality. And I think that's the biggest problem. It's not that she's a woman, it's that women are probably writing the game.
Yeah, we've tried. There's no way out.
And you're a talking sword.
I'm not the sword. I'm the ribbons, obviously. And my name is Rue. The cube is Frank.
Where are we anyway?
Afterlife of the gods? I'd call it the everyone.
Afterlife of the gods. Great.
So, what's the plan, boss?
Not your boss, Frank.
Listening to that, you could probably notice that there is a stark difference. But it's not just the quips and the silly banter. Like, oh look, hey guys, that the cube's name is Frank. He has a human name, Frank. That's a great name. Jeff the Land Shark has a name. We'll name our cube Frank. That's so relatable. Oh my god. No, that's not the problem. The problem is that it's the bad writing. It's everywhere. Even like I want you to close your eyes. Sorry, I just hit the mic. I want you to close your eyes. I'm gonna set up the scene for you. You got Faye. She's just entered this world, been captured. She's being brought to this demon, this all red demon, fucking buff, 6-pack, horns, fucking punches the shit out of Faye. What do you think that guy sounds like? Do you think I'm gonna play a clip? You tell me if this is what you pictured in your mind him sounding like of that character I just described, roll the clip.
Touch me again, and I swear, I will kill you.
Would you like to see how hard it is to die here, Godly? I can show you.
Yeah, that's not what I pictured. That is turbo ass. When I heard him talk, I chuckled a little bit. Like that is not that is a very questionable decision. And don't even get me started on the cube and the ribbon. Oh man. Oh brother, these guys stink. That's all I could think. Like, oh great. This reminds me of Forspoken. It's this story, and actually, you know, uh, there's a lot of parallels between the two. Like in Forspoken, I think that's the name of the game, or Forsaken. It's a game where like this like teenager gets like a magical gauntlet around her hand, and she like gets powers and shit. And the writing, oh, let me just show you, so that way you can kind of draw the distinct, draw the lines. They start connecting, and everything starts to make more sense. Here's some dialogue from Forsaken or Forspoken or whatever the hell that game was, and you'll see it'll all start to make sense.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind!
Nice.
Do you notice some similarities there? A funny talk, a funny quippy, like cool gauntlet just talking to you, and it's very like snarky, and you hear the cube and the ribbon. Oh wow. If she even has the gauntlet wrapping around her wrist, it's almost like they reskinned it. It's almost like that studio shut down, and somehow its development team is infiltrated and uh, what's the other word I'm looking for? Compromised Santa Monica Studios. That's not good at all. Uh, and this isn't just a problem of her being a woman. I will stand on and die on that hill. That's the main defense of these people. You don't like it because you're a sexist, you pig. Uh, that's not why I don't like it. Are you listening to the same shit I'm listening to? I played Tomb Raider. That shit's awesome. I'm playing the new Tomb Raider game. I mean, it's made by Amazon Studios, so I'm a little hesitant, but it looks cool. Resident Evil 2 is my favorite fucking Resident Evil. Guess who's in that game? Claire Redfield. She's a woman. Jill Valentine, Resident Evil 3 and 1. Some of my favorite games. The issue is the writing. That is the biggest red flag to me. And also the combat not really evolving. It looks very similar to what we've already played through Ragnarok and the original reboot, or not reboot, soft relaunch of God of War. And I'm not expecting like a fucking totally different system, but I am expecting like more. And I thought there was enough of a distinction between the first and Ragnarok to say, okay, well, this is different enough. They've added some things to make the combat a little more fresh, for it to feel fresh. But and I know it's a small 28 gameplay clip, but I wasn't getting that same fresh feeling. um, and that's a problem. So the writing, the combat, and the fact that nobody was asking for this are my biggest red flags. And also, it's another red flag, and this was very prominent. I almost feel like this game was created in like 2022, 2021, during these pandemic years and the years of replacing people with minorities and women and shit like that. I almost feel like it was made for then, because they slowly started like replacing and replacing and replacing, like Ray Skywalker replacing Luke. You got Gears of War 5 shifting to the daughters. You've got Uncharted. Oh, you had Indiana Jones with making Indiana Jones look like a fucking bumbling idiot, and you have the new smarter than Harrison Ford's character, who's a much better treasure hunter, who's a female. You started noticing this trend of just over and over and over again, and a lot of people are citing like, "Oh, they did this with Ghost of Tsushima too. They replaced her with the Ghost of Yotai." I think that's a completely different scenario because Ghost of Tsushima was a one-off, or was supposed to be a one-off, and had massive success. Therefore, kind of enticing Sony to create a sequel. So that's acceptable to me. It's a completely different story. So it's kind of different than a 15-year long journey following Kratos and the God in the God of War series, and then just being like, you know what, God of War's wife, greenlight that shit. Let's get it out right now. The fans are going to eat this up, and they are not. They are not eating it up at all. It's sitting at about like a 50% disapproval, 50-50. I think it'll still be successful because God of War is a very big franchise. Um, People love God of War, so people are still going to give it a shot, even if it's not what they're looking for or what they were expecting. But I have a cautionary tale. It's a tale as old as time, a tale of a gaming giant that was once so powerful and revered, and they were reputable and made hit after hit after hit. They couldn't miss, and everybody loved them. BioWare Studios. You see, BioWare gave us such classic games like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic, and something happened. Mass Effect 1, great game. Mass Effect 2, even better. The perfect RPG, some might say. I would say it. I love Mass Effect 2. Absolutely brilliant games. Then you have Mass Effect 3. That's the first misstep. Mass Effect 3, the ending. They didn't know how to stick the landing. And a lot of people gave him grace because you have this trilogy, and it's just like, how do we end it? We had these branching story paths, and it could have gone so many different ways. How do we come to a satisfying conclusion to one of the greatest trilogies of all time? It's very hard to do. So a lot of people gave him grace, but it was a misstep. And what does BioWare follow that up with? Several years later, they decide, we're going to give Mass Effect another shot. This is going to be the greatest thing ever. Mass Effect Andromeda. It was so bad that we haven't heard from Mass Effect since then. It's gone. It's dead. We'll never see it again, and it'll never be what it was. Rest in peace. And they're like, you know what? Our reputation is being tarnished. We need to turn this around. You see what happens? Mass Effect 3. Slight misstep. The cliff is kind of starting to crumble under your foot. Mass Effect Andromeda. Holy shit, I'm hanging off the cliff. Please, someone. Then they follow it up with Anthem. And Anthem was so bad, it was bought for me. My friend bought me Anthem. He said, dude, this is going to be great. We're going to fucking fly around with jetpacks, shoot shit, blow shit up. Look, I'm Iron Man. That's fucking cool. Oh, it was so bad, I didn't even play it. And it was bought for me. And that was hanging off the cliff and then realizing the cliff is not actually a cliff. It's a giant rock falling into a volcano filled with lava. And BioWare died. Or so we thought. They said, you know what? From the ashes of the volcano, a phoenix will rise. And that was Dragon Age Veilguard. And that was Turbo Ass. And the same people that infested BioWare, the big, brawny, blue haired people, the women, the same ones that are ruining such great games like Call of Duty. I mean, look at their development team. Go look at a picture from 2005 to now. There's your reason. You want to know why so many games go to dog shit? Just look. You'll see it. You are not the target audience anymore. The target audience are these fucking uh, art school, fucking blue haired, Starbucks drinking people, and they want to make games for them and themselves. But the good news is that that's not working anymore. That tactic is quickly going the way of the dodo bird because these games are flopping. Concord, flop. Marathon, flop. By the way, they ruined Bungie too, so you can thank them for that as well. Marathon, flop. Forspoken, Forsaken, whatever it was. Huge flop. These games don't get it. These game developers don't get it. And I feel like this is the first misstep for Santa Monica Studios, or the second misstep, actually, because Sons of Sparta was a flop. I know a lot of people say, oh, this is great. This is awesome. It wasn't God of War. It was not a God of War game. It was a misstep. And the fucking ground is crumbling beneath them. And they follow that up with this. And of course, they spun it off as, oh, this is just a fun little 2D side scrolling project we're working on between Ragnarok and the next God of War game. And then they follow that up with this a Laufey game, a game about Fae. And the writing, gameplay, all of that. And I didn't even get to mention this, and I'll be quick. If you look at the character design between Western developers for females and their Eastern counterparts, the Asian counterparts, you will notice something very clear. Western developers, because there's so much diversity and inclusion with their teams, don't know how to make a female character. Look at this thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail. You see that? That shit, that is the thing of nightmares. Go tell someone you love. You know what? Reminded me of that right there. You look just like her. And you will get slapped. They don't know how to make female characters anymore. They've lost the art. Go look at Stellar Blade. Tell me who you'd rather play as. Claire Redfield, Grace, Laura Croft, any of those characters. You'll notice one big difference. And Faye's not looking good. And the thing is that the person they based it off of doesn't look anything like the character. It's like they weathered her by 60 years and said, ugh, I hate this bitch. Make her as ugly as possible in this fucking game. I can't stand her. God damn it. But yeah, I just want to talk about that. Did this game meet your expectations of what the next God of War was, what you thought the next God of War was going to be? Who would you rather have seen a game about? For me, it would have been Atreus. I would have been interested in continuing to see what he's up to and what it's leading to. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. That's all I got to say here. Thanks for listening to me yap or watching me yap for the past few minutes. And Resident Evil next video should be up tomorrow or later today. Peace. Y'all have a good one.